My poster's main image is of a lone man standing alone in a graveyard. The theme of being isolated and alone is one that runs with convention along the drama genre. This can be seen in the cashback poster I analysed. This has a lone person standing isolated within it. This is done to make the narrative a lot clearer, as you can tell from my poster that the narrative follows the path of a graveyard. Since the man is standing there in a suit with a distorted graveyard in the background mourning the loss of his mother, this creates an enigma for an audience to question. I got this from analysing the cashback poster, since you can tell from the props that are used within the shot that the narrative is revolving around a supermarket. This is created because of mise en scène. The fact that the focus of the shot is shallow helps this to happen, since it stops the image becoming about the background as well, creating the eyes of the viewer to be drawn towards the shallow focus automatically, helping once again tell the storyline. The building block running across the bottom of my poster is another convention followed by not only drama films, but films within a whole. This is done so that people who worked on creating the film can be credited in public display, such as institutions, scriptwriters and producers. I decided to stick to convention whilst using the building blocks within my poster with steel tongues fonts, since I believe that it makes it look more professional. I got this idea off analysing cashback. I thought that the building blocks on the poster made it look more appealing towards the audience. My main image is almost placed as a square in the middle of the page, since the line paper theme fades in about 1/4 into the page. This is following the convention of not only the two films I analysed, but also quite a lot more films does in this genre, such as Love Happens, The Comedy, Confessions as a Teenage Drama Queen, and The Tourist. This is done so there is a lot of white space on the poster, which can be filled by institutions and taglines and so on. I use mine to be filled with the title of the film, the building blocks, and more information that can provide the film, such as the crest to show it has been shortlisted for an award. My poster boasts that it is selected for the Brooklyn International Film Festival. This is done to create a larger hype around the film, because the type of award I have chosen makes it conventional to the genre and the type of film I am trying to portray the film as. Because I have made this a shortlist from an independent film company, it gives the film a more indie feel towards it. I decided to follow this convention since I think it allows the film to be promoted in a different way. I also decided to put the release date and website on my poster. This shows it as a theatrical poster since it tells you more information of the film, such as the release date and where to find more information through the poster. This is very conventional with all films, regardless of the genre, and is one of the things I expect to see on almost every film poster. The film I created is meant to be portrayed as an indie production. Since these are normally lower budget than bigger films, the institutions are normally independent as well. Because of this, I decided to create my own production company. This was a convention I developed. For example, on the analysis of Cashback, I realised that the production company was Gormont British. This is an independent production company along the lines with India Paintbrush and Left Turn Films. This also allowed me to put the crest for the chosen award on the poster, since it means that an independent company produced the film. The way I decided to keep the running theme of lined paper consistent throughout my whole film and media projects is shown towards the bottom of the poster, since it shows that I've taken into concept that there is a lot of conventional white space placed on the drama posters. So I decided to develop this concept by placing lined paper underneath the poster itself. This has not only helped to fill the white space properly, but also kept the house style of the poster. It also looks aesthetically pleasing underneath the stenciled font which I used on the poster. This is once again creating a house style which my following media products should adhere to. My tagline is not in line or underneath my title. This is a development of my convention of a lot of film posters. The convention is that the title is normally placed above the tagline. This is creating an easy, smooth read. I decided that the award would look better underneath my title, so I decided to place my tagline within the sky. I think this looks better since it almost becomes one with my main image and strengthens the narrative within the film itself. My main image is a lone boy standing in front of a blacked out trees. This is one of the scenes from my trailer, and so this is following the house style I have presented within my film. This is following convention and can be seen in both of the films I analysed. These films are used since they leak a bit of the storyline through the form of an image on the home page. I decided to incorporate this into my website since it allows the audience to have a greater interaction with the film. I have got an embedded link of my trailer placed onto my website homepage. This creates a greater link with the trailer and the homepage. This is used on most film trailers of the modern day, so this will be considered a convention. Films tend to use this since if someone had stumbled over the website and still not seen the trailer, it throws it in their face and makes it unavoidable. This spurs more interest in the film. I believe that because of my target market, which are young adults who tend to be more internet and technology savvy than any other group of people, this meaning that they have a larger chance of coming across the website once they see it on the theatrical poster. I have left a Contact Us section on the bottom left corner of my website. This has been done so it creates a larger hype around the film and interlinks it with the target audience. Once you establish a strong link between social networking and a film, it generates a buzz. This is a modern technique used to spread the word on new releases. This was used on only one of my film websites I analysed. Advertising through social network is a common technique used throughout all films and genres since it creates a much better link within the film itself. I have added the credits and the title to the bottom of my website. I have done this because it gives more information about the film itself. For example, if someone spots that the film was directed by a certain star, this may give them a larger chance of going to watch the film. It also allows you to see the title of the film. This is conventional and can be seen on any film website. My menu bar followed through with my house style of a school-themed font and style. I have used this since the film is heavily linked to school and the educational system, and so I decided that my navigation menu should take on this style. To add this, I decided to use a scruffy font called Scruffy. This once again fits into the house style of a school-based theme. I have added to this by adding a squiggled line underneath the home section. This is my way of developing convention by adding narrative into the navigation bar. I believe this is a good thing today since it also follows the house style, creating a stronger link between all three of the products I have created. At the start of my trailer, the green screen tells the audience the type of trailer they are about to view. This is important since it allows the suitable target market to be in the room whilst they're watching it. This is once again convention, since it is seen in all trailers at the beginning. I decided to add this because I believe that it helps strengthen the link with my trailer could have with its target market. This is then followed by the institution of Fox Searchlight. This is used in many films since it helps you to label what type of film you are going to watch. It can be used to create brand awareness as well as publishing who brought you the film. For example, if I was a fan of Fox Searchlight, the fact they had something to do with the producing and making of the film in question would create a larger desire for me to go and watch the film. This is following the convention since it happens in many films. I decided to stick to this since I believe it is a very good way to advertise your film and form hype around it as well. In my trailer, one of the first shots is a location shot. I believe this helps to establish what the film is about and where it is set. This wasn't done in either of my trailers, but this does not mean that it is not convention. Where my two trailers decided to challenge convention by going against it, I decided to follow it and put in a location shot. This happened since I believe it is a good way to help the audience recognise what your film is about, whilst also linking some narrative into the film. I decided to straight away throw in the most memorable scene from my trailer in first. This is done to create a larger brand awareness between all of my products. This is done on a lot of trailers since it helps to give a film a more memorable scene. Such as straight away when I think about my analysis of Cashback, I think back to the supermarket scene, and when I think about Garden State, I think of them standing on top of old machinery screaming to the skies. Both of these scenes have been used in both the trailer and the poster. I think this creates a larger awareness of what film is about and how the director has chosen to represent it in keeping with the genre. Another way I followed convention was by showing the selected award within my trailer. This is a way of showing off about the prestigious award that my film has collected. This is a common unique used within films to show the audience how good their film is, whilst at the same time showing what type of film they are representing. For example, the genre of my film is a drama and it has been made independently. So the award it has been put up for is for an independent film festival, helping to clarify what my film is trying to represent. Towards the middle of my trailer, I decided to have a 15-second space of time dedicated to just having feedback from expert clients. I did this so it would stick solidly within the minds of the audience. This is the development of a convention since it is common to find reviews by magazines, since it promotes the film by giving the feedback of superior, trusted experts in the field. This is because the audience has already got a trusted relationship with the expert and will form a larger opinion on the words said from them. I decided to isolate all of these since it would stop the breaking of the narration within the film, and the pause within the vocal of the songs allowed this to happen. To challenge convention, I decided to add no dialogue within my trailer. This is because I wanted my trailer to be preserved as almost a conversation with the viewer, and I think that if it added voice dialogue, it would have broken the connection that I tried to create with the audience. I think that this fits well with the type of genre and type of film I'm trying to create. This is because my film is heavily based on emotions, on one person's view of life. I think that the way the voiceover is done, it creates a friendly link with the audience as if the character explaining to his friend his life. I decided to challenge convention on this, and I believe that it worked out in my favour.